on the People's Show. Boxing whisperer Kassandra Phillips.
So I'm getting ready to leave the house. I'll leave probably by 9. And I have all my notes that I need to know because this is a Cessna 152. This is not a DA-40 or anything that Florida had. This is my little flight book where I have to log all of my flight hours, that my instructor logs my flight hours. And I kind of learned everything about the aircraft. I know that before landing, the mixture has to be full rich, unless I'm landing at a high altitude. So I like to take notes. I like to be very prepared. I like to know everything in there from avionics inside out.
Hello, it's your girl Kassandra, the Boxing Whisperer Phillips. September 29th at 4 p.m. I will be on D Hall in the People Show. I will be discussing my role as a new boxing manager and also my goal to open up a center in honor of Vittorio Gotti called the Gotti Center out of Newark, New Jersey. Please follow me in my journey and you won't be disappointed. Bring all your comments, and this is a J. York production and you will not want to miss out. Thank you.
You are in the mix with D Hall and the People's Show.
Coming to us out of studio today in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina. He stands next to his world-famous producer, Jay. He is the #1 undisputed top talk show host on the air today. The voice of the People Show. Ladies and gentlemen, here is D. Hall.
J. York production.
Hello to everybody. Thank y'all for coming in. Man, oh man, what a day. Hope y'all, let me get my, y'all clapping too much today here. Let me see what's going on with y'all today. Okay, here we go. Let me get that right there. All right, here we go. Another beautiful day. Thank y'all for coming on. It's the People Show. Yeah, we do a lot of things over here at the People Show. Well, other places doesn't sometimes. But before we get started, I got to do my regular thing. You know what I'm saying? I do my regular thing over here. This is an online program that is the work and talk of discussion. This is an online talk show that educates adult audiences. Parental advisory is advised. Some things may not be edited for children. So, if you would, watch your kids, because we say some bad words sometime, and we get out of hand. You know how you get out of hand. You was a kid and you get out of hand with around your mama, and she says, you better get your ass over here. Hey, we get back in line there. We thought we walk a straight line there. Well, I won't tell your daddy. And then we really get in a straight line there. Why was it we always was scared of our daddy? Well, I'm gonna tell your daddy. I'm gonna tell your daddy. Good to have y'all on. Thank y'all for coming on. Share the video. That's a major part of what we do. Share the video. Because let me tell you something. We can't get out if you don't share the video. We got a young lady today. Yeah. Today that's going to be on the program. That's the first time ever on the People Show. I wonder why. She's going to be here shortly. I got 60 seconds. That's all I got. That's all I'm going to give you. And we're going to roll. We're going to get on the ship and ride a little bit. 60 seconds. We made it through the hurricane. Wow. It tore up Asheville, North Carolina. Wow, man. Ooh, it tore up out there, brother. I'm telling you. A lot going on out that way. And over in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, too. Stuff got tore up over there. I'm praying for those people. Y'all pray for them, Thank God I wasn't in it. I was home. It was raining like hell. So it was raining everywhere. It's all kinds of crap going on. We're going to get into boxing. We're going to get into, this young lady's a pilot. We're going to get into all that. Y'all ready? All right. Let me give y'all a round of applause. Y'all share the video. Just share it one time. If you don't do nothing else today, I know you're going to eat today. Let me give y'all a round of applause. That was sorry. That was very sorry. That crowd, let me get rid of y'all. All right, let's get started, y'all. Let's get started. Let's get her in here. Get the party. When we get ready, get the party started, right? Dig that, man. Here we go. I got to share the video too. If you would share the video one time. Let's get this thing pumping, y'all. Whoa. Good to see you. How you doing? Let me make sure. Let me make sure you got to get. You got the mute on. You got the mute on. Yeah, you got the mute on.
It's a pleasure bringing me on the show.
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome to be here with us on the D Hall People Show in conjunction with my man Jay somewhere. He's out there somewhere. Jay York, good guy. Does a lot here on the program. Y'all share the video one time. As I said before I came onto the program, share the video. We may say some things out of the way. Sometimes we cut up over here on this program. But before we get started, I want you to tell the people who you are and where you're from.
So my name is Kassandra, the boxing whisperer Phillips. I'm 24 years old. I've been in the sports industry in terms of boxing since I was 16, really 15, but really 16 when I developed my own sense of everything. And by 17, I had nicknamed myself the boxing whisperer because I found myself uplifting fighters. And I was really inspired by Toro Gotti's passing. My brother boxes. He's in the amateurs right now. I don't know if he's going to go pro, but my brother played a big role in informing me on boxing when I was younger. He started going to Vegas, going in and out of Floyd's gym, getting some sparring and different things like that. And he would travel to the Timothy Bradley and Pacquiao fight. And then, so when I was younger, I come home from school, he would put boxing on TV. One of the first boxers he really put on TV for me that I really liked was a Toro. I liked his fierceness. He reminded me a lot of myself in terms of just, doing for others. You see Toro had a really big heart.
Yeah.
Then when I found out he died, I felt like his wife killed him. I've always been very blunt about that. I don't like her. So tell Amanda that I don't like you, Amanda. And I do have some words. I will say that I will make sure, when I get my law license, that I do open this case back up, and you will be going to jail. So
holy,
I don't play about a Toro now. So
you for real about that?
Yeah, I'm for real. Yeah. Yes, you will be going to jail.
You were serious about
that. But I will
thing.
make sure, Junior, his son, he will have all the profits from the center, but your mom will be going to jail.
Well. I heard that.
Yeah.
Take that to the bank.
Yeah.
Okay, that I like that. I like that introductions of you. That was neat. I like that. That. You're gonna be a lawyer. You're gonna get a tour of God's wife, and she's going to jail. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh, okay. Something you said in that that little start there, the monologue that you just I'll call that. You said something about your brother, which I didn't know nothing about. And we're going to speak on that right now because how long your brother? How long he's been in boxing?
My brother been boxing since he was 14. He's 29 now. He's out of the same area, so he's training at one of those gyms over there.
Okay. And that was one of my matter of fact, y'all can call in. Y'all ain't got to be ashamed. It's 910-410-8736. Y'all can call in. It's free. It don't cost you a damn thing to call in today. But anyway, here we go. As I was saying, that was what I was going to ask you about, and you spoke on it just momentarily about how you got into boxing. Now we're going to talk about a little bit of boxing. We got some other things we're going to talk about with you, but I want to touch on that just a little bit. You said you got into boxing. because your brother. Now, did you sometimes we do things just because people want to do it. Okay, I'll do it. Was it like that for you?
Nope. I actually we like anime. I was born in 2000, so my brother was born in 95. So he made me watch all the anime, and I liked anime. But really, boxing, just watching it was different. You could actually understand boxing relatively quickly, and it gets more addicting the more that you watch it. You might see a fight in a different way as your knowledge expands on it. Well, that's how it was for boxing. I really liked it, and he would put Floyd on, he would put Gotti, but something about Gotti really just his spirit,
he did have
yeah.
Sure, he did have a great spirit, because you said a great heart too. Got some people coming in. Want to say hello to Jay York. Jay York is the producer, the top dog of the show besides me. We both dogs, but he's on. James Horton, my man James Horton, big supporter out of the New Jersey area. Thank you, y'all. I thank y'all, man. I thank James. Thank you for being a part of what we do here at the All People Show in conjunction with my man Jay York. Thank you so much. Let me give your guys a round of applause. Yeah. Toot my horn. I had to toot my horn a little bit, make sure everybody hear me and all that good stuff. All right. You know what? You say you work with the fighters. In what way do you work with the fighters? And what do you do? Do you help them in some type of way? Do you talk to them, console them in some type of way?
So it started out mainly as inspiring. That's why I came up with the name The Boxing Whisperer. I noticed with a lot of fighters, they didn't have support, especially men. You might see that they're in really abusive relationships, but because they're a man, society thinks they're not going through nothing. I feel like every athlete needs to actually have good support around him. And in the sport of boxing, I noticed there's limited resources. I noticed
it is.
Years old.
Yes.
So that's why I developed, by the time I was 16, the concept of the Gotti Center. It'll be out of Newark, New Jersey, because that meant a lot to Toro, that area. And so my goal is to open up a fighter. I'm looking at maybe renovating one of those industrial mills from the 1600s.
Okay.
Have a living quarters for the coaches, because as people know, coaches don't get a lot of money. We need the coach and the fighter to always be taken care of.
Yeah.
I also am looking to get my boxing manager license. It'll be finalized this month through the Athletic Commission of Georgia, and then I have to see what the jurisdiction is elsewhere. So this is what I told myself. As you know, I'm also a political affairs intern. So I'm looking to run for president by 2038. I'm looking to have more for men when I run. So my goal is to get my law license, which I'll be starting after next year. I'll also be getting my mental health counseling license as well, with my social work, because you can 1013 in the state of Georgia with that. But my last degree was in psychology.
Wow.
My next one that I'm about to knock off in a year is applied behavioral analysis, which is ABA.
Wow.
So I do a little bit of everything. And so my goal with this fight, with managing these fighters, is going to be, you have the legal support. I believe a manager should only manage a fighter short term. After that, you have all the tools you need to be successful. If you stay in the gym, everything else will follow. That's all you have to do, is be old fashioned, stay in the gym, stay focused, focus on your craft and perfect it. I had a lot of mentors when I was younger, coming in saying, hey, I want to be a business person at 16. One was Coach Marv Reese out of Philadelphia. And there was a few other coaches, like Coach Tito Lopez, that passed away. Rest in peace. He used to live in Lithuania. And he played a big role in just teaching me everything that I know. Without him, I wouldn't have been able to know anything, in terms of just expanding my knowledge on, if you want to mentor a fighter or even be a manager, it takes a lot. It takes investment. One of my advices would be to a lot of managers up and coming is, don't expect anything in return. If you have faith in this fighter, you need to have faith in the fighter, because you have faith in that fighter.
Yeah. And hold it right there. You're right. When you said the right thing, and this is what I like about it. I want y'all to hear what she just said. Have faith in your fighter. Expect nothing in the beginning. That's managers and throughout. You're there to help him. And of course, you're gonna reap the rewards. As you in the end, shall I say? Wait, you can go ahead. I wanted to get that out there just to let everybody hear that.
And yeah, I like what you said. And I feel like with boxing is we're not looking out for our own. Like the NFL, they got all their stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
Tired of seeing
Yep.
these fighters,
Yep.
get done dirty.
Yeah.
And I think that we
Yeah.
need to come together and we need to put boxing on the map because it's
Yeah.
one of the oldest sports.
Yep.
And I feel like I want to bring back a show like 24/7, because
Mhm.
back then, even 10 years ago, you could go watch 24/7. Let's say you worked 16 hours at work. You
Mhm.
24/7 was coming on, you could catch up. Now you got to look at all these different blogs to keep up what's being done, try to verify if it's happening. But with a show like 24/7, you could actually just catch up and you felt like you were a part of that experience. That's how I want people to look at boxing. I don't want people coming over from boxing because they watched Logan Paul box, and I'm sorry, but that's just
Yeah.
I just have to say that. I do have to give them their respect though. The reason I say that is because he's been very consistent for years, but I used to be very judgmental of Logan or whatever. I can't tell them apart, to be honest.
Jake Logan, Paul Logan. I can't tell them apart either. The twins
So,
are like this.
but he's doing his thing. I have to give him his props. I used to be very hateful actually. Like, what is he doing in the sport? But I got to give him his props. An athlete, sometimes you have to be born with the skill, but it also takes the heart. And I think that goes to the correlation of Arturo Gotti. He had heart. He might have not had all the bells and whistles, but he gave the people what they want to see. And I think that's the ultimate goal on the fan side,
Yeah. Wow, that's great. That's great. You said a lot of stuff you just said there that made a lot of sense. And I'm thinking, you want to do. You got a plan. You definitely got a plan. When do you want to put this plan in order? Shall I ask?
Looking at the next 2 years, I'm a really independent person. So if I have to do this by myself, then that's what it will be. I have a lot of goals. I have a lot of endeavors. Another thing that I'm looking to do is create a province called New Palestine, because I got tired of seeing the rivalry go on between Israel and Palestine. So what my goals with New Palestine, as well as I want to build a ship called the Hurriya, which means freedom in Arabic. And that will be housing all of the Israelis in Palestine that want to be liberated until I figure out land for an actual province for New Palestine. And my goal is, like I said, I want to improve the world because I don't feel like this is a hopeless world. I feel like it's a hoping world. And I feel like that means that we're in the process of growth and development. So, like I said, I have to be a minimum of 38 to run for president. So I told myself there's no better leader than one that understands aerodynamics, transatlantic navigation, the law, and I think that I have a chance in 2038. I'm very confident. And I want to, leave a legacy behind to let people know that it's very possible to improve our world. It's not going to be a world where no one argues, but it's going to be a functioning world where we can go forward rather than be stagnant. So that's what I'm looking to do.
So your goal is to be the president of the United States. Okay. What year is that again?
2038. I have to be a minimum of 38.
2038. Okay, hold that thought right there. I want to say hello to my man Tony Burgess out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Burgess and Boxing over there. Great guy. I think I said hello to James, but I want to give them guys a round of applause. To the boxing side of this deal here. We both know boxing is a competitive sport. And for both men and the women, do you feel, now just asking you, do you feel, in your opinion, is it hard for a woman to get the same recognition as a man in boxing?
Yeah. And let me tell you why. I feel like even on a business level, because listen, my views are very straight to the point. So if anyone gets offended, this is what I'm gonna tell you. I do feel like females are very emotional. So sometimes, we act, with emotions, even on a business level.
Yeah.
Also too, you got to look at like not supply and demand, but like who's watching, right? There's
Yes.
more people are going to watch a man than a woman.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
But
true.
what I love about Clarissa Shields is she's different. So that's
Yeah.
why a lot of people, I really feel like they don't like her. She's different. And I knew when I seen Clarissa Shields years ago, just seeing her,
Well,
she was one of a kind. She's nothing to play with.
well, let me ask you this, because
Mm-hmm.
Carissa Shields, and you brought her up, so I want to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
She's she's the top of the lines, top of the heat right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel, because she talks about she'll fight a man right now, she'll do it, she'll take on this person, and she wanted to fight Keith Thurman and all this, and Rolly Romero. Do you really think that's possible for her to do that?
What I will say is, I don't think it's possible that she could hurt them, but I think she could give them. I think she could give a fight.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
why I say this is because I'm the type of person where I don't care who you are. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go for what I want, so I can't knock her down.
Right. Well, it's just
I feel
it's
like
just
if that's what she wants to do. Shoot, if they could sanction it, let her do it. If they
okay.
can sign something,
So you all for her
I'm
fighting?
all for her. Yeah,
Okay.
if that's
Okay.
what she wants
Okay.
to do.
Somebody share this to her page.
Yeah,
Somebody share this right now. Clarissa Shields.
I already know she has my support, especially
What?
Mary McGee. Mary's another talented one. She used to train at Hammett Boxing Gym. My mom's from Michigan City, Indiana, so I used to go to Hammett Boxing Gym all the time.
Okay. So you know about Alicia Baumgartner?
No, I don't.
Okay. Alicia Baumgartner is her how should I put her competition?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They both from Michigan.
Yeah, nobody's Clarissa's competition. Clarissa is
what somebody gonna say that went on the whole show, and she said that Alicia Baumgartner was Clarissa Shields' competition.
Tell her whoever she is, she's not her competition. Oh, but not her competition.
Right. Okay, there you go. All right, here we go. You are a boxing manager.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you're in that field.
Yeah.
Do men look at you different and say, "Man, she can't do this. What does she think she doing?"
I don't care what they think. I really don't care of what they have to think. It's about what I'm gonna do. That's a matter. It's not about can I do whatever. I can do whatever I
want. Oh my goodness! Oh wow! Okay. Hey, what can I say on that, buddy? I could do whatever I want.
I'm not a feminist. I'm a feminist. Actually, I don't support modern feminism, and I don't support disrespecting men. I was a Kevin Samuels fan. I don't care who gets offended. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we need to still respect men, and we need to understand that we're not in competition with a man.
Right.
But my goals and my things that I want to enforce is to only improve the quality of everybody, of humanity, or whether it be to improve these athletes, whether it improves their performance and their stability.
Right.
So,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So that's my thing is I'm not in competition. I'm not like coming in as like an alpha female view, like I'm gonna run this. But what I will say is I think a lot of people can learn from me, especially now that I'm 24, I'm getting older. And I think a lot of people can actually, learn and understand that we can improve the sport of boxing by doing this. The NFL has so much resources for their athletes. Why can't we do the same for boxing at this point?
Yep. And I agree with that. I agree with you, what you're saying, because I do feel that the boxing, it needs to have a governed. I can't say it right, but you know what I'm saying. Because they don't have anything like that, like the NFL or basketball or even in the NHL hockey.
Mhm.
Everything is in order.
Mhm.
Boxing is not like in order.
Mhm.
It's some wrong things there that need to be corrected.
Mhm.
It can be corrected by putting the right people in right places to do that, such as yourself.
Mhm.
And because you're very very knowledgeable,
Mhm.
very smart and wise. As I talk to you through the broadcast here, and I'm listening to what you're saying.
Mhm.
You're talking about having a Gotti center. You're talking about boxing in itself. You're not only talking about that, but you're talking about in so many words, the mental things of boxing
Mhm.
all together.
Mhm.
And you're spot on with what you are saying.
Mhm.
And matter of fact, Arturo Gotti. You spoke about him about 15, 20 minutes ago. Saying you want to do the center.
Mhm.
Where did you get that idea?
Mhm.
'Cause I never heard anybody do anything like that. Where'd you get it from?
It just my passion really for him, how he inspired me just watching his fights, and I said I'm gonna come up with a thing called the Gotti Center
Yeah.
because I also feel like after he fought Floyd, it looks like his mental state declined. I think
Mhm.
why his wife kind of preyed on that. I feel
Yeah.
like he
Yeah.
knew he gained all this weight, and I think what happened is she hired a hitman after
Mhm.
that fight at that bar, and somebody had hung him and made him look already dead.
Mm.
That's what
Okay.
happened.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
But
your opinion. You're right. You have the right to that opinion. Yeah. No doubt about it. Oh,
but we're gonna open up that case, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to reopen that case. So she's gonna go to jail.
yeah. Yeah. I'm just setting. I got to play my music here. You got me ready to rumble. But anyway, getting back to what we're talking about here.
Mhm.
Um, there's some negative things in boxing,
Mhm.
uh, and that you and I see.
Mhm.
What are some of the negative things that you don't like?
Um, I don't like to see the fallout between like the fighters and the coaches, like especially with like Oscar, Ryan, things like that, because I feel like Oscar is misunderstood a little bit. I
Hmm.
think Oscar, I think that he hasn't broke apart. I think the fighter in him still lives.
Yeah, Oscar. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think the fighter, um, if you know Jahan Ingram, he came out of Tony's gym out of North Carolina.
I don't. I'm not for sure. I might have seen him or something like
Yeah,
that.
he was signed with Floyd, but then he's no longer with Floyd anymore.
Okay.
And he was stating that Floyd didn't want to get him out of the contract.
Right.
And I think that like this, what the thing with like Oscar is, I think the fighter still lives in Oscar, where it's
Mm.
hard for Oscar to, some of these fighters they got to be informed, and when you have all the knowledge in your head, and you're outspoken, it could be hard to like navigate through. Are they being taken advantage or what's going on?
Yeah.
And so I would like to see Ryan's relationship be amicable with Oscar. You don't have to be the best of friends. I just don't like to see them fall out. It doesn't, for outsiders, it just makes boxing look, all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It does. It
So
does. It does. Yeah. It
yeah,
does.
that
Yeah. It
every
does.
fighter can learn, and don't be afraid to go your separate ways.
Right.
This I want this center to also be able to do mediation with uh
Yeah.
promotion to teach
Let me
the
stop you right
fighters
there.
that.
I got a call coming in. Let me get this call. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
What's up? What's up?
Hey man, what's
What's
happening?
going on?
How you doing, brother?
What it do? What it do?
Yes, sir. Yes,
How you
sir.
doing, Cassandra?
I'm good. Who is this?
Who is this? This
Wait.
is the one and only.
Oh, this is. What is your voice sounding?
This is Jay York.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
down here in South Carolina. What's up? What's up?
I'm good. How are you?
Uh, all right. So yeah, I got a question for you.
Mhm.
Um, So I want to know, overcoming. Have you ever had fear of heights? And how would a person overcome the fear of heights?
Oh, man, with flying, no, I don't have a fear of height, but if you want to overcome it, I would say get a flight lesson. Because, when you're
Again, I didn't hear it.
when you take off, you don't really feel it unless it's windy. But the plane is not just going to fall out of the sky. Even if you lose your engines, the plane acts as a glider before it crashes. Yeah, so you'll
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Fall off the sky.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now, what's the best cure for your ears popping? Because you know the myth of chewing gum that doesn't work. It didn't work for me anyway.
Probably got.
But what's? Go ahead.
I'm guessing to just wait till you land. I guess see me like when I've traveled on like a commercial plane. Usually I don't even use gum. Just once I get down, it just unclogs or whatever.
So that's going to happen anyway.
It's going to happen regardless.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to happen anyway, Jay. Yeah. It's probably nothing you can do about it, unless you cut your ears off.
Okay. So what's the highest altitude you've been so far? Because I know you said something about you were flying like maybe level like a crop duster or something, or have you
flight training? I was doing AMRO aviation. I was doing AMRO aviation in Florida. Then I was about to do flight academy down here, but I'm looking for actually a new flight school because the last flight school I went to down here, I've been in Georgia about 6 months now. The planes are very old. It's steam gauge, and I don't want to go with that.
Oh no!
Not trying to end up like a leader.
Oh wow!
No.
That's a no.
I got to do stuff like that.
Right.
That's a no.
Right. Yeah, I know that. One time when I went, I was coming from. I think we had to go from Houston to somewhere. I don't know, but they was having difficulty with one plane, and they was trying to fix it, and they was gonna still put us on that plane. But I was praying, man, give us another plane. If they got to fix that one, give us another plane.
No.
Yeah, I'm right. Give me another plane too.
Yeah, right.
I like when I'm flying.
Get me out of here. Put me in a car or something.
I like to make sure that I'm not getting on a Boeing 757 Max. That's the one with MCAS on it, where it crashed and it overrided the pilot's era. So if the pilot wanted to go up, it would either go down or whatever, and so I make sure I don't get on a 757 Max.
Oh.
Okay, all right. Last question.
Come on with
it. Okay, now. Okay, so do you plan on being a captain or something like that, airline pilot? And second part of the question, if someone is dealing with social issues or stress or whatever like that, would you advise them to take a flight or cancel it?
Oh, you mean like if they're a pilot and they're stressed?
Yeah, if they're a pilot and they're going through, you seen the movie with Denzel when he was what are you talking about, dog?
Shit.
Listen, don't drink.
Dog.
You better get on the damn plane.
Don't you start that, dog. No, but you seen that movie with Denzel, right?
Flight.
when Denzel was an airline pilot, right? And he was on all these drugs and stuff like that, and he couldn't fly without, cocaine and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, and I think he was dealing with some issues like with, social issues and everything. And you remember, like in the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
They accused him of drinking alcohol, right?
Yeah.
And
the hell out of that.
yeah, you seen that movie, Don, right?
I seen that movie. He drinking the hell out of that alcohol.
And the lady was gonna take the blame for him. You know what I'm saying? And he admitted to drinking the alcohol and stuff and being intoxicated while he was flying and stuff. So, what's the best? I mean, for you, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would your advice be for somebody going into that field?
Don't do that. I don't have any plans on flying commercial. I do want to get my commercial license, but I don't plan to fly commercial. I'm planning to use all of this towards my political experience. I think that every politician needs to know how to fly. Let's say that we go to war, God forbid, in 2038. I need to know all this stuff. I need to know Morse code. I need to know all these type of things to be able to protect my country with my bare hands, without relying on my. It's my duty to protect my country, whether that means that I have to physically be a blue collar person, because I feel a true leader walks among his people, not in back of them. So that's my mindset. I have to be ready to get in there, give my life to die, instead of having my military people do this. So I need to equip myself with the knowledge, because I believe that when you're dealing with a country like this, it's about technique. It's about how you go about it, not about how you act on it. Right. Go about it, you got to use your head.
I just thought of something. I just thought of something else too. Mm-hmm. Now, like planes that get hijacked sometimes, and they got air marshals that fly on these planes and stuff now. Because you remember the 9/11 incident and everything like that. And somebody, I guess these people, they were trying to take over the plane. What would you have done in a situation like that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, would you have tried your best to land that plane safely, or because one of them they crashed the plane. I think they crashed it on purpose.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna definitely get in.
What would you have done?
I'm gonna get in their head first. My eyes are gonna be definitely. I would definitely get in their head first, and then I have to see where the DME is plugged.
Lock the door.
If the DME is plugged
Lock it up.
To fly,
lock it up. Shit.
I'm gonna change the DME on that plane and not tell them. So I'm gonna talk to them first. I'm gonna get in their head. I'm gonna act like I'm reasoning with them. Because I'm knowledgeable on Islam, even though that don't reflect Islam. I love Islam, but their version of it is sweet. Okay, that doesn't what they did does not reflect Islam. But then I have to make sure that the DME is definitely reprogrammed to fly away from the target. That's my first thing, is getting into the cockpit and making sure that I change that direction where the aircraft is flying to and put it on autopilot. I need to also.
Would you carry a gun?
Yeah, I need to also.
Would you carry a gun?
No, I don't. But I'm actually about to get one. Actually,
I'm talking about. Would you, if you was? I'm talking about on the plane. Would you have a firearm on you while you were flying for your?
But I don't think that the FAA would allow that. It has to be put away. But I would.
Oh yeah, right.
That I wouldn't even need that in that type of situation. Honestly, I would have faith in myself. I actually had an incident when I was in middle school where a friend that I knew was planning to shoot the school up, and I had to report him. And he told me the night before.
We don't need to hear about it. We don't. We don't need to hear about that. The fans be watching.
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about
that. Scratch that out, please. We'll edit that out.
The fans be watching. Don't tell nobody over here.
I'm going to close the whole damn show down.
Don't tell nobody. The fans be watching.
Got recorded back in 2014. That was taken care of.
Oh, okay,
and,
good.
He told me, he said, "You go to school, I'm gonna kill you." I said, "I'm still gonna go because I got my friends in there." So I went. They apprehended him though, fourth period and all that stuff. But my thing is, in a situation like that, I could be put in the worst situation and I'm gonna come out alive. So that was my correlation to that. So if I ever was in that situation, we will be landing the plane. Everybody will be going home.
Good answer.
Right. Okay. Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
All right. That's all the questions I have for you, Kassandra.
Jay, look, we're gonna close the show down. We're gonna
the boys gonna knock on your door right now. The boys gonna be knocking on your door in a few minutes. Dog, you're gonna have to go out the bathroom with them.
All right, man.
All right. Have a good show, man.
Man. Thank you, man. That was great. That was Jay York there. It was all fun and good. All fun, all right there. All fun. We're gonna wind it down now. A couple things I want to ask you. Is the pay? I don't know if you know anything about the pay. How's the pay scale for being a pilot?
I heard it depends, and I heard now it's with the hours, right?
Oh, okay.
It's your class 1 medical. Your class 1 medical is your highest medical for you want to do ATP or commercial, right?
Yeah.
So once you do those, like if you're in training, like I'm in training, you can just go get your class 1. But the defaulted one is like your class 3 medical. That's the small plane, right? If you get your class 1, if you're young, you don't have no heart conditions or whatever, then you can do that. Now they have something called pre-med part 168 for if a person is like over 68 or whatever as of 2020, even if you have a heart condition, they have different requirements so that you could still be able to fly, so that you're not excluded out. And that's med 160.
Okay. Is there a lot of women pilots?
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
it's starting to be even very big in Africa, Ethiopia, they're very big on aviation, I heard, and things like that. Yeah. Your first time being in a plane, I'm quite sure you was nervous. You wasn't? No.
Oh, you're not scared, as Jay said, you're not scared of heights or anything. Wow.
Yeah. What I am scared of is I'm scared of dying in a house fire, and I'm scared of snakes. Those are the two things I'm scared of.
Yeah, well, I'm with you on all two of those, especially that during snake. I think I might can get out of the house fire.
But down here in Georgia, I can't. I won't even step in the grass during the summertime. I won't do.
Wow. Okay. What was it? Just generally, just a general speaking, what was it like for the first time for you?
Flying, it was crazy. It was nerve-wracking because it was like all of a sudden, the plane is off the ground.
Right.
And I'm looking at my instructor. My first instructor actually died. He died in a plane crash.
Jesus.
And it was crazy because he was gonna go get another thing from Kentucky. And I used to call up there like, hey, if you ever fly into like another state or whatever, I don't mind if I'm not working, I'll go with you. So I was going to actually originally go, but then he brought another boy from Boynton because I worked like a 12-hour shift. I came at last minute.
Right. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Wow. Okay. Man, flying the planes and boxing managers, and you're just doing it all, man.
Intern,
you're doing it all. Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
All right. Look, you got any questions for me?
No, not really. You were very inquisitive. I have one I can come up with. What do you see the future of boxing in the next 5 years, and what would you like to see?
Say it again now.
What do you see? Where do you see the future of boxing in 5 years? And what are some improvements you would like to see in the sport?
The next 5 years, it's hard to say because Turkey Al-Sheikh is in it now, and he's putting on a lot of fights.
Mhm.
It's very hard to say
Mhm.
because who knew 5 years ago that Turkey Al-Sheikh was going to be involved in this?
Mhm.
So the dynamics in boxing changed so quickly.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So it's very hard to say in the next 5 years.
Mhm.
Part two to your question was about what was that? What was that part two of that question?
What are some improvements you would like to see in the sport of boxing?
Oh, some of the improvements. Better handling of the fighters, and what I mean is backing, supporting,
Mhm.
promoters looking out for the fighters, which I know that's never gonna happen, but that's two of my biggest things: the handling of the fighters and the promoting of the fighters.
Mhm.
Those two big things right there. I would love to see change in boxing. Cut out all this. I know boxers got to make money, but cut out all these pay-per-views that ain't worth a damn.
Yeah.
That ain't worth a damn.
Mhm.
You may have four fighters up there that's pretty good. The rest of them is crap.
Yeah, like back then, pay-per-view material was hard to
Yeah.
even get a pay-per-view fight.
I mean,
But
look,
all these titles now, it's all these crazy.
yeah. I mean, it's like you. And I'm gonna say this. Who's gonna pay $89.99 for a darn fight?
Mhm.
And there's nobody on the card.
Mhm.
I mean, but four guys, the co-main and the main event,
Yeah.
and the rest of them. I mean, I know you can't have it
You
all
got
the way.
8 people on the preliminary before the thing. I
Yeah,
got to set an alarm clock.
if
But
you're gonna do
fights
that,
are good though on the preliminary. So, but there'll be like one or two. You're like, oh,
i-
okay.
if you're gonna do that, put it on free TV
Mhm.
so the people can learn who these guys are. Put it on NBC, CBS, Fox, or something.
Mhm.
Nobody's want to pay 95, 99, 89, $79 for a fight and don't know who these people are.
Mhm.
I mean, they need to change that.
Mhm.
And I think they was talking about something about a $20 or something like that, 1999 for up and coming PPV. So, but that's some of my things that I think need to be changed in there.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, we get ready to close it down, man. It's been wonderful. It's been great here on the People Show. Glad to have you on. The Boxing Whisper, Kassandra Phillips out of Georgia. Man, it's been wonderful. It's great to have you on. But before you get out of here, what does the D Hall People Show and J York Productions mean to you?
It means opportunity, and it means a voice for people to showcase their talent. And I think it's wonderful what you're doing, and I look forward to supporting you in any way that I can. I
I appreciate that. I
want
appreciate
to
that.
um and definitely start getting your media credentials. I think you should start doing stuff like that. You have the voice.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
I
Thank you.
definitely think you're doing a 24/7 type of thing. Really, you have the voice, the narration. You got that all.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And my grandfather was on the radio for about 30 years, so
But
I guess that's part of me right there.
Mhm.
But it's been wonderful. Glad to have you on the program. We thank you so much, Kassandra, and it's been great. We learned a lot today
Yep.
from you. We learned a lot today from you, and this will we're gonna share this video. I'll post it up. We're gonna have a great time fixing this one up.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much, Kassandra, for coming on.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll see you again. Thank you so much.
Kassandra Renee Phillips is my
Oh,
book, and the
yeah,
boxing win for 8425. You can find me. Just go
yeah,
through Donnie, and we'll be good to go.
yeah. That's my fault. Y'all go check her out. She's all over the place. She's everywhere. Instagram, all over. You name it, she's there. She just shouted it out. I meant to say that and ask you to tell that, but you already said it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. All right, next Sunday. I see y'all. I see everybody next Sunday. Thank you.
I'll be
All
there.
right now.
Thank
All
you.
right now. Thank you so much. Yeah, great show there. Great show. And that was smooth. You know, the young ladies got a lot going on. And thank y'all for being a part of the program today. Thank you for sharing the program. We'll be back next Sunday. We got my man Ryan Rose. We're going to talk about the game, the undisputed game. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Yeah, he's coming back, and it's going to be on next Sunday. The next Thursday, KC Tubbs is returning back. Man, this guy's got some hot music, man. All right, let me get out of here. Thank y'all so much. We'll see y'all next Sunday.
On the People's Show, boxing whisperer Kassandra Phillips.
So I'm getting ready to leave the house. I'll leave probably by 9. And I have all my notes that I need to know because this is a Cessna 152. This is not a DA 40 or anything that Florida had. This is my little flight book where I have to log all of my flight hours, that my instructor logs my flight hours. And I kind of learned everything about the aircraft. I know that before landing the next fast full ridge, less than landing at a high altitude. So I like to take notes. I like to be very prepared. I like to know everything in there from avionics inside out.
Hello to girl Kassandra, the boxing whisperer Phillips. September 29th at 4 p.m. I will be on D Hall and the People Show. I will be discussing my role as a new boxing manager and also my goal to open up a center in honor of Vittorio Gotti called the Gotti Center out of Newport, New Jersey. Please follow me in my journey and you won't be disappointed. Bring all your comments, and this is a J. York production and you will not want to miss out. Thank you.
You are in the mix with D Hall and the People's Show.
Coming to us out of studio today in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina. He stands next to his world-famous producer, Jay. He is the #1 undisputed top talk show host on the air today. The voice of the People Show. Ladies and gentlemen, here is D Hall.